Good morning, all. Please be seated. In the matter of the state of Wisconsin versus Lily Ashby, we're here to determine sentencing. Are all the parties ready to begin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Prior to this hearing, the court received and reviewed a pre-sentence investigation report that contained the circumstances of the offense and provided background information on the defendant. Now, in this case, there was no recommendation for sentencing. Counselors, have you read this document and found it to be accurate?
We have, Your Honor.
Then let's proceed. Ms. Williams, would you please relate the state's position on this sentence?
Per the report, Mrs. Ashby has pled guilty to 2 counts of homicide by negligent operation of a vehicle. Charges punishable up to 20 years imprisonment and a combined fine of $50,000. Mrs. Ashby is responsible for the death of Hillary Curtis Hamilton as well as her unborn child. Now, the state acknowledges the profound tragedy of this case and is not insensitive to the toll it's taken on the defendant as well as her family. But as prosecutor, I have an obligation to the people of Wisconsin to ensure them that when the law is broken, it needs to be respected, adhered to, and the guilty party must pay the appropriate penalty. So for that reason, Your Honor, and for the senseless deaths of Mrs. Hamilton and the child she was carrying, I ask you to impose the maximum sentence.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. If the defense has nothing further, we'll move on to the victim impact statements.
Your Honor, we do have something. The defendant's husband, Kane Ashby, would like to speak on her behalf, if the court will allow. He has information relevant to the case.
I'll allow it, Mr. Ashby.
Thank you, Your Honor. If there's anyone in this case who should be held accountable for any deliberate wrongdoing, it shouldn't be Lily, sir. It should be me. At the time of the accident, Lily didn't know that she ran a red light. And then the night of the crash, my son, Charlie, who was sitting in the back of the car, he told me what happened. And I had this information, but I chose not to say anything to anyone. And I told my son to keep quiet about it as well and not let anyone know, including Lily. Which is why when she went to the police the first time, she didn't know that she was at fault. You see, sir, I'm a liar. And I lied to cover up what happened. And if there's anyone here who should be prosecuted, sir, it should be me. Because unlike Lily, I knew better and I did the wrong thing. And if I could change places with her right now, I would do it, but I can't. So to punish her for my mistake would be a terrible injustice because she's the most ethical person I know. And I don't deserve her. If I could ask you anything, what she deserves, sir, is for you to give her, please, the lightest sentence possible. Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have to say.
The court appreciates your candor. Thank you, Mr. Ashby.
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, I'd like to start by telling the court about what an exceptional woman Hillary Curtis Hamilton was. She was intelligent, she was successful, she was beautiful, she was vibrant, and she was the love of my life. And I mourn not only her, but the child that we were meant to have. We had just recently gotten back together, and I had been given a second chance at the kind of happiness that most people are never fortunate enough to get. And I never took that for granted. And today I hear a lot of people in this court asking for my sister to get a second chance so that one tragedy doesn't turn into another one. And I understand why they're doing it. I understand that they're all just fighting for what they believe in and what they think is right and fair. But, sir, I am here today doing the exact same thing. I'm here fighting for what I believe in. And I know that the defense would love for this court to believe that this case is simply about one argument that led to Lily running the red light. But in reality, it's about years and years of anger and hostility and resentment from Lily towards my wife, and about how she would take every opportunity to criticize Hillary and literally say out loud how much she despised her and wished that Hillary would be out of my family's life for good. And, Your Honor, I believe on the day of the accident, Lily got her wish. Because she was so focused on attacking my wife's character the way she so often did, that she completely disregarded the safety of not only everybody in the car with her, but everyone she was sharing the road with. And there's a reason why this case is being labeled as a vehicular homicide, and not a vehicular accident. There's a reason why this is a felony, and it needs to be settled in the court of law. And I understand that a lot of people that I love are hurting, and they will continue to hurt. But all of it falls on the shoulders of my sister because of the choices that she made. Now, I'm here today representing my wife and my child who have no voice. And I say that actions deserve consequences, especially when those actions have resulted in the death of two irreplaceable lives. Your Honor, my sister needs to answer for what she has done to the fullest extent of the law.
Does the state have anything more, Miss Williams?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Baldwin?
Your Honor, my client would like to speak.
At this time, Mrs. Ashby, be advised of your rights to elocution. The defendant may make any statement desired to this court before sentence is passed.
I would like to express regret for my actions and their consequences, and remorse for the pain and sorrow that I have caused my brother and entire family. Nothing can take that away, and I have no excuses. Just my deepest apology for driving while I was so upset when I know better, and for fighting with Hillary that day. I wish that I had been able to accept her as the woman in my brother's life and let go of my resentment and anger from over the years. It was such a waste of precious time. But I would do anything to have Hillary back in Devon's arms and to welcome their new baby and start over. But all I can do is promise that for the rest of my life, I will make up for it and ask for my brother's forgiveness. Thank you.
I will retire to my chambers and determine sentencing in this matter. Then return with my decision. Court is in recess.